Hey everybody, Raider Jim Martinez in sunny San Diego, California. On behalf of the First Off the Bench podcast network, this is the original Call to Post, the segment where we discuss all the happenings of thoroughbred racing from coast to coast. Let me get started with two news items, good news and bad news. I'm going to deliver the bad news first. Unfortunately, last week at Del Mar, there were two fatalities, both morning workout session fatalities. The first was on Friday when Navision Sunrise, a 5-year-old mare, got loose and collided with a stationary barrier, which proved to be fatal for Navision Sunrise. And then Saturday, a 3-year-old filly, needless to say, collapsed after a morning workout. Word is still pending on what happened with Needless to Say. Our thoughts go out to all those who were on the track, the trainers, the riders who were working with the horses and had to witness that, and of course to the owners. Now, Del Mar is renowned for their safety records. I'm sure everything is going to remain intact for the rest of the summer session. Let's keep all well wishes going out to Del Mar, the horses, the trainers, the jockeys, and of course the owners. On a more positive note, after the opening weekend accident when Abel Cedillo got thrown, fracturing a vertebrae in his neck, it is determined that at this time he still is not going to require any surgery. He's just going to need rest, relaxation, and physical therapy. He is at home, he's been at home, and his recovery schedule has been shifted from 4 to 6 weeks. It started out at 6 to 8 weeks, so that's good news. Let me tell you something, folks. They're small, they're slight in stature. These jockeys are high caliber athletes, tough as nails. If Abel Cedillo can be back on a mount in 4 weeks, you're going to see him in 4 weeks. Abel, get well, rest well, get healthy 100%, and let's see you back at Del Mar before the session ends. So let's talk about some results from the races last week that we discussed here on the original Call to Post, starting in Woodbine. It was the Seagram Cup Stakes. Small field. Hands down favorite early in the week was Tyson. Tyson lived up to the hype, getting the win, but really had to work coming off the 3/4 pole as the 5-horse Carruthers ran a fantastic race, making a push and even taking the lead between the half and 3/4 markers. Tyson and Carruthers took off. They made it a 2-horse race going down the home stretch. It ended up Tyson went to the winner's circle. Carruthers got the place. The show position went to the 3-horse Hardy's Storm. As expected, because of the small field, it was not a good value race, but there were only payouts for the win and place wagers. Tyson paid $290 and $220. Carruthers paid $280 on the place. Now, both Tyson and Carruthers were on the original Call to Post ticket, so that was a good thing. Carruthers, we really thought, had the chance to pull the upset over Tyson, and I can assure you, both Tyson and Carruthers have gone into my virtual stable. I'm going to follow them and make sure I know where they're at each and every time they step on the track. I encourage you to do the same. Let's come back across the border into the United States. Let's take a stop at Saratoga, talk about a couple of the races they had going on, starting with race 8, Grade 1, $350,000 Vanderbilt handicap for 3-year-olds and up. It was the 6-horse Dean Delivers broke well out of the gate. So did the 5-horse Gunite. Dean Delivers and Gunite set the pace for first and second spots from the quarter pole and going into the straight. The favorite Elite Power, running out of the 4th position, drafted well throughout the race and moved from 4th to 2nd between the half-mile pole and the stretch, made a great push going down the straight to get the win by a head. Elite Power got to the winner's circle, Gunite got the place, Dean Delivers got the show. Original Call to Post, we had the order of finish on our ticket with Elite Power, Gunite, and Dean Delivers. Fantastic race for everybody, and again, a small field. Feature race at Saratoga was race 10, Grade 2, $500,000 Jim Dandy Stakes for 3-year-olds. Small, competitive, fast field. No surprises as the 2-horse Forte passed perfectly for the entire race. Did have to work down the stretch and got the win by a nose. Nosed out the number 4 horse, Saudi Crown. This included a photo finish and an inquiry. Did not change the results of the race. Saudi Crown had the lead reaching the quarter pole and was in front by half a length going into the stretch, but got chased down and again just got nosed out by Forte. Angel of Empire ran a solid race, however, never really threatened the leaders, never threatened to get place or certainly not the first spot, did get the show spot. Forte is now 7 wins in 9 races, remains one of the top 3-year-olds, and congratulations to Irad Ortiz for another fine ride on Forte. Let's move over to the West Coast, where the feature race on Saturday was at Del Mar, the crown jewel of the West Coast. Race 10, the Grade 1, $400,000 Bing Crosby Stakes, Breeders' Cup Challenge Series, Win and You're In race. Big field, 12 entries, much different than the first 3 races we talked about. It was number 11, Dr. Scheibel, the favorite when the bell went off, at just under 2-1, but Dr. Scheibel didn't break well and never challenged for the lead, settling for the show position. It was Anarchist at 8-1 who broke well, briefly held the lead, had to work from the quarter post and for the rest of the race. And then Anarchist did get the place position, but it was the number 4 horse, the Chosen Brawn, who broke well, stayed steady in the 6th spot going into the half-mile post, then turned it on, took second going into the home straight, and then just finished off the race. Original Call to Post had the Chosen Brawn on our ticket with Dr. Scheibel. Our other 2 picks were the number 2 Spirit of McKenna, who broke poorly, and it seemed like Joe Bravo, I believe he might have lost his balance on the mount, never really could recover, never really got into the race, and finished, unfortunately, at the back of the pack at the end of the race. Then our long shot play of the day was the 9 horse, Sibelius. Left the gate at 15-1, but quite honestly, Sibelius didn't pan out. Never a threat, never a challenger, just kind of stayed middle of the pack throughout the race. That's what we saw last week. Let's talk about what's happening this week. This weekend, Saratoga again continues with nothing but a fantastic racing session for the summer. They've got a 12-race card on Saturday with combined purse money of $2.5 million just through races 6 through 10. Race 6 is going to be the $300,000 Troy Stakes for 4-year-olds and up. There's 8 entries. It's 5.5 furlongs on the turf. Watch for the favorite, a horse that we're all familiar with, Carvel, the number 4 horse. Brad Cox, Tyler Gaffalione is going to be in the saddle, already at 3-5. Then after that, I like number 7, Nobles, at 7-2. Winner's Circle the last couple races. William Garrett in July, and then in Grade 2 Twin Spires Turf Stakes. The 3 horse Cogburn at 8-1 has had a couple of rough races in mid-spring, but I think Asmussen has Cogburn back on track and has back-to-back trips to the winner's circle the last 2 races. So watch Carvel number 4 to win this race. Definitely the top standout, and then followed by 7 and 3. That is in race 6, the Troy Stakes. Moving on, the next one I'd look at is the 8 race, $500,000, the Test Stakes. 7 furlongs on the dirt. Field of 8 featuring the favorite, one that we're also all familiar with. You should be familiar with if you follow the thoroughbreds. Pretty Mischievous. Early morning line already has Pretty Mischievous at 9-5. Now, the 8 horse Maple Leaf is at 2-1 and has yet to lose in 2023, undefeated in his last 5 career race. Last 2 wins were Grade 3 races at Pimlico and Belmont. Belmont, it was the Victory Ride Stakes. And then number 7, Money's Gold, and that's Munny, at 7-2, should round out that card, finish in the money. Now, I would watch, bring underneath with the 6 horse, Darth Vader, at 6-1. Respectable race last time out, getting the place in the Grade 1 Acorn Stakes. Came in second to our favorite in this race, Pretty Mischievous. So let's see what Darth Vader can do on Saturday. That's race 8, the test stakes. Race 9 at Saratoga, the Grade 1 $600,000 Saratoga Derby Invitational for 3-year-olds. Real simple, look for the 2-horse program trading at 7-2. That's Chad Brown and Flavian Pratt. I think that they are going to upset the favorite 5-horse Farbridge 2-1, and that is Pletcher, and Jose Ortiz is going to be in the saddle. On the bottom of your ticket, number 6, Web Slinger at 4-1, and number 1 on the rail, Mondego at 5-1. This is the Grade 1, Race 9 Grade 1 Saratoga Derby Invitational for 3-year-olds, 2 program trading, 5 Farbridge, 6 Web Slinger, number 1 Mondego. And then going into the race of the weekend, from coast to coast, by no hands down, race of the week in North America. Race 10, Grade 1, the $1 million Whitney Stakes. Winning you're in, automatic bid into the $7 million Breeders' Cup Longines Classic, which is going to be hosted, as we say every week, at the other crown jewel of the West Coast, our neighbors up north, Santa Anita, in November. This is going to be a very small field with a hands-down favorite. Cody's Wish, currently already at 1-2. Junior Alvarado and William Mott. Alvarado says, no problem to keep this going, the streak going. Cody's Wish is the favorite, hands down the cream of the crop. I like number 5, White Abario, 6-1 with Irad Ortiz after that. And then I like number 2, Charge It at 5-1. Number 1, Zandon at 9-2. Joel Rosario and Chad Brown. I think that's going to be your order of finish in this one, but it's going to be hard to find real value combinations because of where Cody's Wish already is. Again, 1-2 already at this early in the week. I'm sure that's going to go down a little bit more. Watch White Abario. I think that horse has got a lot of potential in this one. Irad's been riding him good. Number 6, Cody's Wish is your favorite. 5, White Abario. Round out your ticket with 2, Charge It at 5-1. That horse is going to surprise some people, I believe. And then Zandon, the number 1 horse, been a little bit off the last couple times out, but is still going to be a competitor, always a threat to finish in the money. Now let's just bring it over to the West Coast and wrap things up for this original Call to Post. The feature race this week at Del Mar is going to be Saturday, race 10, the $400,000 Clement Hirsch Stakes. Adair Manor, already at 4-5, coming off 3 straight wins, including the Santa Maria and Santa Margarita Stakes, both Grade 2 races at Santa Anita. After that, it's going to be Fun to Dream at 9-5 already. 4 trips to the winner's circle before placing in the Grade 1 Beholder Mile Stakes at Santa Anita. After that, you've got Elm Drive at 8-1, and that is a Phil D'Amato horse. And then Christian Bosch is a horse I would watch with, has a potential to finish in the money, and would definitely give you a little bit of value on an exotic. Christian Bosch is 10-1. Hector Barrios is having a fantastic meet so far, as is John Sadler, the trainer. So watch for them. Not going to be a surprise if they finish in the money and pull an upset, get that show spot. However, again, Adair Manor and Fun to Dream, 2 of Bob Baffert's entries, they definitely should be the top 2 finishers in the money. At 4-5 and 9-5, you're not going to have great value here. Elm Drive is going to be your value along with Kirsten Bosch if you can work some kind of exotic with them. There we have it. That's Del Mar, race 10, $400,000, the Clement Hirsch Stakes. That brings us news. That gets us current with what we said last week and how it matched up with what really happened. Gives you what to look out for this weekend at Saratoga, and of course, crown jewel of the West Coast, my own home track, the Del Mar Racetrack. Hope everybody is having a fantastic summer. We're all trying to stay cool. Everybody stay hydrated, bet smart, bet safe. Keep the well-being of the trainers, the horses, and those jockeys in our thoughts at all times. Riders up, everybody. Thank you for listening to the original Call to Post.